Hey everyone, it's Lone. Happy November. I know that just a few days ago it was October, and October is LGBTQ History Month. And I wanted to make this video just to share with y'all one of the people that I talk pretty frequently about, one of the people that I really look up to and can identify with. As they pertain to LGBTQ History Month, and that person is Bayard Rustin. Bayard Rustin was a civil rights organizer and was one of the main organizers for the March on Washington in 1963. One of the most, or the most actually, the most attended, that I should have phrased that better, the largest nonviolent protest in the United States. And what's really awesome about Rustin is that he's just awesome. He's done so much amazing work. He did so much amazing work, and where I can really find a connection to him is sort of how he dealt with the struggles of trying to find a comfortable and safe intersections for his identity, because he definitely is black, and during the time that he was organizing, he was an openly gay man, and that put him in a lot of really horrible positions, and that put him in a lot of unique positions as well, and that's, that's really where I sort of make that connection, because for me, as someone who is Vietnamese, is queer, and is trans, it's really difficult to sort of find that person that does it, and does it well. And at the same time, it's not always a happy story, because there's one documentary out there about his life, and it's very raw, it's very blunt, and it discusses openly, just in the same way that Rustin did, about his being a gay man, and how that affected the work he did in the civil rights movement, and how that caused a lot of trauma, even from the people he was fighting alongside with. He was fired from numerous leadership positions just because of his sexual orientation, but still he had a prominence in that movement, and I discuss him so frequently because I think it's a really important conversation to have, especially when we're talking about movements, because even when it's a specific movement for a specific community, we see that so many people involved in that movement have so many other identities, and a lot of times it's not separated. A lot of times those things overlap, and a lot of times it gives us really amazing opportunities to learn about ourselves and about each other. But a lot of times, as in Rustin's case, and as in many other organizers' case, and as in my case, it's a struggle. It's a struggle within a struggle. You're struggling within a struggle to fight a struggle. And the fact that he was honest about it, and the fact that he was open about it in so many different ways, not just with his sexuality, that's inspiring, that's real, and I'm disappointed every time I open up a history book and I don't see his name, and then when we talk about civil rights movement, we think of, the two people that are typically, pitched against each other, which is a completely different conversation. So Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and then the historical bus ride by Rosa Parks, which is a completely different conversation as well. We don't hear about Bayard Rustin, even though he was, the main organizer for the March on Washington, and the person who, quick fact here, and you can quote me on it, the person who wrote Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech. So get this, every time you see that video of "I Have a Dream," 2 or 3 seconds before King speaks is Bayard Rustin. The man who had both of his hands entrenched in this issue, so passionate about it, yet you don't ever hear about him. And I just think it's amazing that I am able to learn about this person now, and that I'm able to learn from him in a lot of different ways, on how it's important to persevere, on how it's important to take care of yourself, even in a very, collaborated liberation. Um, so yeah, Bayard Rustin. If you go to Rustin, RUSTIN.org, you can find some more information on him. I hope that I didn't ramble on too much, but I hope you had a fantastic LGBTQ History Month in your schools, in your community. And in the future, I know for a fact that this channel will be having more videos, and again, I'm very happy and honored to be a part of it. And as always, I love the people that I'm working with. Have a happy November again. Happy safe schools, and I'll see you later.